Uh, how'd it go? Bow, 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 bow. Get the. Simon says, get the. Throw your hands in the sky. Da, 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 da. Afterwards, afterwards, the fellas. I don't even know why I bothered to do that. Let's see here. I'm walking. Love this part because ain't nobody really awake, which is good because it's like cold out here. And I'm just walking to the stove. So, it's part of my master plan and I'd actually have to answer any questions. Because most of the time, I don't make no sense, no way, when I'm out here just cruising, just blasting in my head, thinking about all kinds of stuff. But funny part is, when I started making videos on this platform, I actually used to do this quite a bit. It was like the only time I would have this piece. I could bring up comic books and whatever else, cartoons, whatever it is that was really tickling my fancy at the time. And I also didn't bother to afford me the opportunity to give a rat's butt what anybody thought. Because you find yourself trapped into that hole like all the time. Or you're like trying to watch what you say. And for the most part, only thing I watch what I say is so I can avoid getting into pointless beef with people. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm an old man. I don't care enough. But I'm a sucker for chopping it up with people. Unless I come up with a quote battle video, then I will get rid of this real quick and load up a quote battle video. But I got some time for the scared ball, so I figured to myself, why not? Boom, 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 boom. So you guys, I guess, are with me to the duration of my time at this bus stop. Bus stops late at night, usually you gotta wait about an hour. So I'm gonna keep it that way. Oh, so I'm running to the stove. And at this time of night, it is, well, for me, it feels wonderful. I'm not in a place that's normally that cold. So I don't have to worry about how I feel. Crossing this freeway here. Yeah, I guess I'll take off the layover. But I also can't see where I'm going because this street is so dark. There's the moon right there, though. And everything looks good in the moonlight. Man, I probably won't run into no creatures like when I first got here. One time I was walking this path and I got far enough to where a turkey started following me. That and stuff was just plain strange. So we'll call this me walking to the bus stop. 'Cause I gotta peruse. I gotta walk to the bus stop, right? And I'll meet up with whoever's here. Actually, to be real with it, keep it 100. Huh. Psychologically, I am screwing up, but I haven't done anything yet. Got to keep myself from doing that. That's really the hard part. That's the part, as always, the trickiest. Is to keep myself from being my old self. My old self was a crazy bastard. It wasn't even like that was crazy, but I was doing what I could to fit the illusion of fitting in. Unfortunately, I had people that didn't really fit in, so I was going by their logic, which I thought that normal people do. So I messed up there, but that's okay. This isn't the house that Jack built. I'm not on no serial stuff. It's a dude strolling in the middle of the night because it's like, there's times that I make my vids, but I'm also in a territory that's not my own. So it kind of, that's all right. At least this way I don't sit up here and get stuck in weird fantasies and stories. Because I know that I'm being recorded in some capacity. Oh, look, the car's walking in my direction. And he switched. Hour. Hour. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. Could have at least honked. Yeah, but at this time of morning, it's kind of hard to tell. The only reason why I'm actually walking in the road is they don't have sidewalks here. So, one has to make do. And if I'm walking on there, I'm walking on hills and brushes and all. I'm like, I don't got time for that. Regardless of the fact that I'm wearing sweet galoshes. Which is weird because they have roads that are paved, as you can see. But you see the sidewalk? It doesn't exist. Oh, snap, the hookah bar closed. Then there's like a bunch of people out here with cars and everybody flexing, wearing what they got to wear, wearing the best accoutrement so that they can attract those that they are trying to get for the evening. And that is, always lovely. That need for companionship, I guess. I don't know because it never really was my thing. All the times I attempted it, it was always weird. Even when I was successful, and yet I'm still somebody's pops. Ain't that something? But anyways, I need to stop listening to Anti Nowhere League. But it's one of my favorite punk rock bands. Actually, my favorite punk rock band is Death. They're from out of Detroit. They're amazing. Oh, cool. I'm at my location. But this stream ain't over, but I am going to mute now. And you're going to have to focus on the bus stop. I don't need the camera catching nothing. And I get it going crazy. I'm still here. I haven't made it inside yet. Once I get to inside, then I'll be good. That's a good thing about these late night deals. It's like that classic song by Houdini. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Freaks come out. I used to love that song. And now I'm pausing it. Oh, the red beam. Original killer. How many died today? Just kidding. It's all up to see. Nobody can open up the chamber, then I pop it like that. I used to love that song. Well, like I told people before, like the kind of style of rap I used to do when I used to rap was horrorcore, which was like the most obscene, messed up crap you could think of at the time. Like it was just what it was. So like it was just funny because I was thinking about like nowadays with cancel culture and whatnot, and I was like, well, they could go for it. They can cancel me. I'm sure they can find plenty of songs where I said mostly messed up, foul things, but that was in the realm of horrorcore. And if you know horrorcore is in the realm of horror rap. So like everything you said should have been in a Psycho B movie. The most messed up stuff you can come up with. But there was a market for it. There still is. But I switched it up. I think the hardest thing that killed my rap vibe these days was, trying to hold back and find a happy medium to where I didn't sound as messed up about what I was talking about. I liked it better when I operated with impunity. I'm not blaming the channel. I'm not even blaming the culture. Things change. I'm just an old man. But that was the style I was used to. I didn't listen to like what was approved on the radio. I didn't care about that G stuff. I didn't care about gangsters. I grew up around gangsters. I wanted to hear something different. So like then when I heard all these people talking about putting people and treating them like cows in the slaughterhouse, that was like, to me, that was beauty. That was an excellence to it. But then it became where I'm like, it's easy to do that too. So like the hard part was trying to not really take yourself above it, but to avoid saying all of the craziest stuff you could think of. But even in that world of psycho rap and horror rhymes, you still had like standards. Some things you don't talk about because it don't work. Oh wait, I still got that on. Not at the bus stop. I'm already walking. But what do you want? It was like you're kind of the product of all these different eras of music. Then you had like the late '80s and early '90s, and to an extent the early 2000s. But most stuff I knew was like, you know, mid to late '90s. That was my jam. You know, that's when you'd hear people like Brother Lynch Hung and X-Rated and Low Key, the Illegitimati, Zigzag, Tech Nine, and Twisted Insane. Well, he came later. And Mad Insanity. I heard them in 2000. They were just so I had to find that happy medium. Just like they tell you, you're like, I say, yeah, I'm a nice guy because I'm old now. When I was younger. I mean, okay. When I got later in life and I ran into old people back in the day, like, dude, you really mellowed out. I'm like, yeah, well, I was like, I mellowed out. Y'all were the crazy druggies that got me into this. We can't blame them though. You're your own person. I apologize if I'm not addressing the people that bothered to come onto this stream. I ain't expect nobody to be here. I was just kind of walking and kind of going through my mental breakdown. But I'm here. But don't worry. On here, there's nothing political. On here, there's nothing personal. On here, there's nothing objective. Some of it mostly subjective. Other time it's selective. But other than time it's protective. I don't really care what they're thinking because this is my stream and I'm thinking. Was that supposed to rhyme? No, because I'm not here to rap for nothing. I'm just here walking. Oh, look at that. That's a nice looking planet right there. Huh. And those clouds right there look beautiful with the moon. Yeah, problem is this camera's 280, so it picks up all the refracted light and the reflecting light off of the sun. So it like makes it too bright. It's annoying. Anyways. Hmm. It doesn't go to the right, doesn't go to the left. Well, I got Mom and Dad Save the World stuck in my head. You know, that wasn't even that good of a movie, but I love that movie. It's a shame though, because the guy that played Dad in that movie, I believe his name was Dick, played by Jeffrey Jones. He ain't gonna be in Beetlejuice Part 2, which he was in the first one, but he did things you shouldn't be doing to an insane degree. So, you know, he's not gonna be in Beetlejuice. Doris Day, as I say, which means que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. I swear though, this nice cold air feels so good. It ain't even cold. It's like, all I gotta do is basically put on a hoodie so people don't think I'm crazy. Okay, cool. And you know, one time I didn't go out in supposedly cold weather. Somebody decided to put their pistol in my face. They thought I was tripping. I kind of was, but that wasn't none of their business. Saw that dude at school, treating me like a friend. Weird how life works out. Things you do because you don't want to bring people that do things into the life of the stuff because you don't want them being part. Anyways, besides the zoning out. You know, the other reason I love doing it like this is because I've really, really contemplated getting, you know, a proper microphone and whatnot, but I'm like, if my headphones don't work for it, then I don't need to bother. I mean, because that would put me on the pattern of being one of them people that are YouTubers or Twitchers or Kickers or any of those other types of streamers when I'm just a guy who comes on here, presses record, and talks a lot of crazy nonsense. And then some joker, they want to say something like, oh, look, he's going viral. He's trying to go viral. Or, you know, if you do this, he'll go viral. And then my reply is always the same. Dude, you found the video. You talked to me. You got what I was trying to say. I'm viral. Screw you. Not screw them, but, you know, screw what people want to be viral. Like, when I think of viral as a disease, and viral is not a good thing. I don't want to be viral. I'd rather be around some other schizos or some other weirdos, some other people that'll get what I'm talking about. Because I honestly don't know. Good. Of course it ain't. There it is. Everybody. The problem with being cool with everybody is that you're cool with everybody, and then everybody decides they want to get into something. And that always trips me out. I'm like, yeah, you can fight anywhere you want. Don't fight here. I don't want to call it neutrality because it ain't neutral. It's like, all right, the best way I can put it is I see a bunch of people that, I see somebody that a lot of people hate, right? I might go see that spot, and the most I'll say is, okay. And then they'll tell me all these reasons why I should not like them too. And if I don't agree with them, then all of a sudden I'm against them. And in which case I'm not against anybody. What happened to not giving a damn? Remember, I said this in a video before. There's people that are for something, people that are against it, and then there's people that just don't care. You know, the ones that don't want to play the game. Problem with that is that gets misconstrued also. You know, I guess minding your own business. And then they'll say like, oh, if you're a public figure and all that. You're not a public figure. I'm not public nor private. I'm just here. I do stuff. I'm always surprised when people want to come here and come chop it up and chat with me about anything. But it's the one time where I haven't asked nobody what's up with them and how they're doing. It has nothing to do with anything or anybody. I'm not upset about nothing. It's just that sometimes, like I said on my channel, if anybody ever bothered to go to the homepage, this is a spot for my therapeutic purposes. And sometimes I lose my ever-loving mind. But I work my butt off to try to get better, or at least in a place where everything's calm. I can calm down the voices and calm down the feelings. And sometimes when you talk, like, you know, I go into people's chats and all that, and I'll be typing with them, and, you know, then they'll try to rope you into stuff. And you're like, why? Why is that, or why am I that important? Or why you want to bring me in? And I know, like, oh, wait, you need someone to engage. I get it. But then if you don't, they keep trying and pressing. And then they want to label you. And you're like, you can't be labeled. You can't be labeled. People want to label you because they try to understand you, but nobody is one thing. Nobody's one thing. Everybody's a bunch of stuff. Some of the smartest people are the dumbest people on the planet. They can be both. Sorry to surprise you. I see everybody basing everybody's opinions and thoughts on what one part they know about a person. And for the most part, that was me anyway. So it's like, back in the day, like I would just say, ask 10 different people about me, you'll get 10 different stories. All of them will be true. So I always wonder why people have a need to label everything to fit in a tight box for their own understanding. But the problem with that is that I only spend about 5 seconds on there before I'm like, I ain't worried about that. I don't care. I got my own crap to deal with. I don't even know if there's anybody here right now. That's how little I'm paying attention. I'm not looking at my comments. I'm not looking at my banners. I'm not looking at Jack. I'm just sitting here talking right now. Because very rarely I get to actually talk. Most of the time I just chill, go with the flow, because at the most part, I'm pretty apathetic towards everything. And man, I love my apathy. But also, if anybody's putting emojis or something in there or whatever, for some reason the bot that I have will just time you out. That's because I never went inside to test the bot. I only made sure to take out words that I don't feel like hearing. You'll never know those words because nobody knows what really triggers me. Also, I don't really read the chat much. Like I read it when I'm looking to talk to people because sometimes I am looking to talk to people. But at this particular juncture, I'm really not here right now. You're talking to a person who's looking outside of himself right now. For the people that kick it, cool. For the people that decide they don't want to kick it, cool. I don't feel one or the other. You hear kick it, you hear not kick it. If views and stuff mattered to me, I would like do my videos a lot better. But here I am just talking. But that's not an indictment on anybody. Like I said, I started this to do my therapy. Sometimes I just sit here and start rapping. Sometimes I just sit here and just start talking. But like, I didn't want to screw myself over by thinking too hard about this. Because I made like over 2,500 videos, soon to be 26. And have none of them ever made sense except to like me and the people that I had on them. Like if people look at the descriptions on most of the videos, they usually towards somebody, and it's all like quotes of movies and TV shows and whatnot. But as far as everyone goes, man, live your life. You only got one. You ain't got time to be worried about everybody. But also, do not go and hurt nobody in any way, shape, or form. Try not to. I see people go out of their way to be so mean about stuff that is irrelevant. But also, don't listen to me because I'm a crazy old guy. I like being old and I like being crazy. So I ain't gonna change that. Uh, Man, I've been on here for 32 minutes by myself. Most of it was just predominantly walking and just saying stuff. Chanel, it was one of the nicer days. Plus, I swear I get into the habit of doing this. Hmm. But also, I can't gloss over the crisp night air. It's such a groovy evening right now. Just plain beautiful out here. Mm. It's that good weather. Well, I did enough rambling and rabble rousing and yada yada. I'm gonna excuse myself now. I might be back. I might not. Who knows? I just chill in the moonlight. Much love if you kicked it. If you didn't kick it, much love. Hate what I said, much love. Don't like how I do, much love. Sorry I didn't read nothing today. I just wanted to clear my brain. Because everyone's sick and they talking this thing. Making it off of the brain.